How do you pay off your debt? This is the question everybody wants to know because realistically, I think the statistic was like 46% of households in the United States are in credit card debt. How do you get out of this? And as somebody who's been in debt and has got out of debt, as somebody who has used debt to his advantage and leveraged it to actually make money and then pay that off, I think I can share my experience and help you guys on how you can get out of debt the fastest way possible. Because realistically speaking, you can start investing and saving while you're in debt, but it does limit you because I think it was, I believe it was Mark Cuban who said that the fastest and best investment is paying off your credit cards because that's the greatest return on your investment you're gonna get. For example, we're looking to double our money, right? Like let's say you want to invest 1,000 and you want to make 2,000. That's 100% gain. Well, if you pay off your credit card, that's automatically a 23, 25, 26% gain because that's what they're charging you on the credit card. So you kind of save the money, it's still gaining the money, right? Instead of paying 23% interest, now you're saving 23% interest and it's automatic gain. It looks as a gain. So if you think of it that way, then that's probably the best way to do things. So it's not like, it doesn't make sense to have a credit card where you're paying 23% interest and then you have your money in a high yield savings account making 5% interest because you're in the negative, right? So the best thing to do would be pay off the credit card first because then you save that 23% interest that you don't pay and then you knock it out. Now, the easiest way to pay off credit card debt, number one, is stop using credit until you pay it off, right? If you're a person that feels like you need credit or you're using it for points or whatever like that, you're doing it wrong, right? If you're using a credit card for points or mileage or flyer mileage or whatever, you have to do it the correct way, meaning you have to be disciplined, meaning you have the money in the bank and you're just using the card to get the points, which is what I do. So if I'm going to the store and I'm going to spend $100, I'll check my bank account. If I have $100 in my bank account, I'm going to use my credit card to buy it. Now, I'm not going to wait to the end of the month to pay for this card. I'm going to wait to that post on my credit card. As soon as it posts, I'm going to pay it with the $100 I have in the bank. If you wait and you're not disciplined, you will go in debt again. So the number one thing is stop spending. Stop spending on credit until you at least pay it off completely. So that's the number one thing you have to do. Stop spending until you pay everything off, right? Start using your debit card more than anything. And then the second thing you should do is apply for another credit card. And I know it sounds like counterintuitive, but you apply for another credit card that has a 0% introductory balance transfer, right? Because you're paying 23% interest on your credit card, right? So apply for a bunch of credit cards. It's okay if you apply for multiple credit cards. As a matter of fact, it's actually a good thing and people don't notice because the more credit cards you have, the more open credit you have, which means it lowers your utilization percentage of your credit. When you do a balance transfer, they charge you a fee. Sometimes it's anywhere between 3 and 5%, but it's a one-time fee. And then you get a year and a half, a year, maybe it's anywhere between a year to a year and a half of no interest. So that means this month you're going to pay 23% on your current credit card. If you do a balance transfer, you're going to pay this month, probably let's say 5% at the highest. You'll pay 5% interest on this card. And then for the next 11 months, you're not going to pay interest, right? So every time you make a payment, it's going straight to your principal and you'll be able to knock that down as fast as possible. Now, there's no limit on how many times you can do this. Like I've done it with plenty of cards and sometimes even your current cards. If you haven't used it for a while, they'll send you an offer in the mail for balance transfer. They'll send you blank checks. You can actually write a check to yourself and deposit it in your bank and it'll use the money from your credit card. And then don't go spend it on, Jordans and TVs and stuff like that. That'd be dumb. But yeah, just use that money and then pay off the card. And then now you have zero interest and you can knock off your credit card as soon as possible. And that's it. There's really it's not hard. It's just discipline. Number one, stop using your card. Number two, get more cards with 0% introductory balance transfer offers where you don't have to pay interest on the money you're paying back. So that way you'll pay it back a lot faster. And that's the way I've gotten out of debt in the past. I'll get into more strategies on how to use credit to make money. But if you guys want to see that, I'm not going to make it if you don't want it. So make sure you comment below, like this video, share, do everything you got to do, subscribe, because I will post awesome content just like this to help you with your financial life and get paid with Jay. See you guys in the next one.